Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a very special ZVP. I'm very excited to cast it. It's going to be soO versus herO. Here on Acropolis, the latter edition. Bottom right-hand corner is the blue Zerg player. It is soO from Chivo SC. And at the top left-hand corner, it is the red Protoss player from TS Gaming. It's herO. The TSG game tag there right in his name. Okay, got this replay out of a replay pack from Wardy. If you don't know who Wardy is, then what rock have you been living under? He's been casting StarCraft 2 for a very, very long time. You can find him at twitch.tv/Wardy. I'll put a link in the description. Man, he gets amazing players in his tournaments, like soO and herO. All right, so once again, please check out Wardy. And let's go ahead and get right on into it here. 16 hatch. 18 pool, 17, 18 gas, 17 pool. That's where we are with this. On the other side of things, it looks like it's going to be a standard old 1-git expand out of herO. Nothing too crazy from him. He's actually not sending a probe across. Look at him. Wait, is he? Where's the red? Where is the red on the map? I don't see it. I don't see any red on the map here. Okay. Boy, he's got to be scouting now, though, right? Okay, yeah. So the timing... There's just too many things Zerg can do to mess you up if you don't see it coming. Although that doesn't seem very scouty, does it? This feels like proxy shenanigans to me out of herO. Oh gosh, I'm so excited for this. I haven't cast some high-level Korean stuff in a while. I've been casting for Africa, which, by the way, Africa TV/Laughing Games every couple weeks is basically what it is. Every 2 weeks on the weekend, we try to make it happen. Third hatch from soO, sub 2 minutes, man. That is before Queens. That is before speed, because that pool is not even done yet. soO is greedy, just playing super greedy blind right now. Has no idea what herO is going for. This could have been a crazy proxy 4-gate or something and he would be dead, but hey, the risk is paying off, so I mean, that's what you got to do sometimes in the StarCraft world, is do some risks. Now, the proxy is here. There's got to be a Stargate, right? That's a double gas there. And how many resources does he need? More than he has, for sure. Stalker coming out first to shoot this Overlord away, but we'll be able to perch on this high ground. No problem. So soO just, droning up. What else are you going to do at this stage? And it is going to be a Stargate here for herO. Could just be a proxy Oracle, so the timing is such that there's not a Spore Crawler yet. Overlord really shouldn't be suspicious of anything yet. If he flew in here, he would notice there's a missing pylon. See how there's not a pylon here? There's only one for all of these probes and these buildings. That's because it's down here providing supply way across the map, which is something everybody can do. Everyone's supply can be way across the map. It's just a matter of whether it's mobile, in the case of Zerg. All right, so soO, not doing anything crazy. I mean, if you don't see anything you're worried about, then you just drone. If you're not going to be attacked, you drone. It's something I've tried to incorporate into my games, and sometimes I lose from over-droning, but it's really nice just to be able to be sitting on a nice economy and wreck some fools, because you can just make a ton of units really fast. Anyway, Oracle's name is Pot of Greed. I play Pot of Greed. With this card, I can draw 2 laser beams from your skull. Yeah, I am familiar with Pot of Greed. That's about it, though. I know it's a card game thing. Did they? I can't remember. Is it a Magic? It's got to be Magic, right? Anyway, it is going to be Stalker shooing that stuff away, and then 2 Oracles here. Oh, boy. Where's your Spore timing, soO? Your Spore timing is not here, soO. My current theory on early game PBZ is if you kill 10 drones in the first 10 minutes, you win the game. At least 10 drones. This is not looking good for soO. I'm really waiting for his spores to start coming up right now. The 2 Adepts come in to distract, right? Hey, look at me. Oh, that Adept's dead. That surround was brutal out of soO. This one might actually be dead too, trying to get out of here. Oh, gets wiped out. Spore coming in now. Full evacuation of drones. Go. There are a bunch of queens here. The spores are not done yet, which means the oracles can actually get a bunch of work done. 5, 6 kills. Coming into the third base. Might as well take down these drones too while you're at it. Bam, bam. That's an 8. That's not 10, but that's pretty good work for the first 4 minutes. That really sets soO back there, man. Did not see the proxy. Is this more oracle from herO? Are you kidding right now? The Lings do find the proxy, and they're going to shut it down. But 3 oracles flying around is incredibly scary for soO. But he does, again, has the queen count, and now he has the spores to anchor him. He should be okay. Man, these drones, though. The queen is getting there as fast as she can, but she's really slow. That's going to be 10. That's 10 in the first 5 minutes, guys. All right, so this is the highest levels of StarCraft. herO and soO are like top 10 talents in StarCraft right now. So, all right, this is what we're looking at. This theory is really being put to the test right now. If you kill 10 drones of soO's in the first 5 minutes and don't lose anything back home, as herO did not, well, herO's third base is going to be unfortunately delayed by these speedlings. But that's a bunch of speedlings. He didn't make them in response to the adepts, so there's not much he could have done otherwise. But still, he would like those to be drones. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're going to move on out with the oracles. That third base is going to come in no problem. So soO probably should take a fourth, although even more lings here. This is overcommittal from soO. You can't take down this base while there are 3 oracles sitting there. Although, if the 3 oracles are not sitting there, then maybe you can take this base. Oh my gosh, is this going to work? I don't know. Not with force fields, I don't think. Good job picking off just a probe. Any damage you can get is good damage in StarCraft, especially if you don't sacrifice anything to get it. That's exactly what soO was going for. He killed a probe, he didn't lose any lings, and that's exactly what you want to do. If you can do that over and over and over, you're going to win your game of StarCraft, guys. So, oh, this is good. This is beautifully, brilliantly good stuff right now. Okay, oracles cruising on in, throwing out Revelation, which seems a little bit passive for 3 oracles. Man, you could kill that queen. That queen is... the other queens are coming over, though. Smart. herO is smarter than I am. I would have gone for it with those oracles. I would have tried to burn out a queen or 2. But, yeah, so we're going... interesting composition here. It's an Immortal, it's Zealots, it's Stalkers, and it's Sentries. Charge is pretty close to being done. Charge should be done by the time the army gets across the map here. They're pretty slow as it stands. And, Sentry Zealot is largely what this composition is right now, which I'm really kind of confused by. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, hallucinating a Phoenix on in, which the queens do try to take down, and then they ignore because they recognize it is just a hallucination. Great reaction time on that recognition from soO. Does got the 4th base there. Charge is done, and I think that was just a feint. I think herO just said, hey, why don't you make a whole bunch of lings and roaches instead of drones? How's that sound? soO's already up to 70 workers, though. Man alive. Only soO, man. Not only soO, but only the best Zerg players can lose 10 drones in the first 4 minutes and still be at 70 workers at 7 minutes. I mean, that's just insanity right there. So good. Alright, so Storm on the way from herO. Really great unit, especially against Zerg in pretty much all situations. I don't know when you'd ever regret getting Storm against a Zerg player. Like what? If they maybe went Mass Ultralisk, you'd be like, this isn't as good. Contaminate! Getting tossed down on that robotics facility. No more Immortal for you for a while. Hey, look, it's Mutalisks. Interesting that it's Mutalisks. I say that because you know there's a Star... Oh, actually, do you know there's a Stargate? You killed the Stargate, didn't ya? Didn't you kill the Stargate? Oh, soO, Fetsy. Incredibly smart stuff there. Okay. Boy, I said Fetsy, didn't I? Yeah, that's the Malagasy word for just sneaky, tricky, underhanded, clever. It means all those things. But yeah, the mood... Oh my gosh. herO's blind to this. Just utterly blind to this. Does warp in instant reinforcement stalkers, though, which is always nice. Roach is handling these zealots like bosses. The zealots get out of there. That is way too many roach for that number of zealots. And the queen's handling the oracles with some pretty solid aplomb there. Wow, soO held that off like a boss. The mutas didn't end up doing a whole lot. A couple probes go down and like maybe a stalker, maybe 2 stalkers went down, but man, herO... that would be nice. I'd like to point out, it would be nice as a Zerg main here if I was able to... Oh no, I'm under attack and completely unprepared. Let me 2-second warp in 8 stalkers. Done. Alright, well, that was nice. Yeah, those mutas... I mean, if that was a Terran player, he would just lost so many SCVs. Zerg player too, just no defense whatsoever. So many drones going down. But Protoss, there was a warp-in cycle ready. And that's kind of the luck too, right? There was a cycle ready to go. So it's not like they always can do that. If their warp kits are on cooldown, they're kind of screwed. But here's your Storm. Muta's trying to snipe down what back here? The sentries, it would seem. The high gas cost units that are pretty flimsy too. So High Templar are going to be targets. Sentries going to be targets. And the Muta's doing their job there. I don't think we're going to see any more Mutas the rest of this game, though. I think generally you make a few and you call it good. Is he double expanding? Oh, soO. soO's double expanding to a 4th and a 5th base at 9.5 minutes, as you do, because you have 83 workers at 9.5 minutes. And what else are you going to do other than expand? This is something I try to tell the lower level players in the games that I cast every week, especially if you're Zerg. Expand. Being stuck on 2 or 3 bases at this point in the game is just bad. soO needs the economy. He needs the larva production to make army, and he's going to have it too. He's got roaches, ravagers, lings, banelings, queens defending this. herO doesn't like what he sees. He has some storm, but how many? 2 total storms? More High Templar coming on in. And the mutas are being annoying again. Although, 2 cannons are enough to handle 3 mutalisks, no question. 4th base coming in for herO up north right now. Resources lost pretty darn even. 3,700 for herO, 2,900 for soO. Protoss player warping in additional stalkers right now. Upgrades, +2 attack is done for herO for his ground units, and working on +1 melee attack. With +2 melee attack here from soO, which indicates Ultralisks. Or I guess, I don't know, I guess it is a good upgrade to have for your Broodlings to have +2 melee, but I don't know. Usually if there's +2 melee, it means Ultras are kind of in, but Ultras versus Protoss are actually bad. Because Stalkers and Stalkers and Immortals do a lot of good work versus them. Oh, that Stalker's done. Stalker done. And trying to kill the High Templar, but there's cannon support and Zealot support, and the Lings decide some of us would like to live another day, in case you're wondering. Hallucinated Phoenix cruising around down here, causing some problems on the minimap, but not killing anything at all. This is a lot of Banelings, man. If you want to come on creep, I'm not sure about this herO. I am not convinced you should be coming on to creep, guy. Yeah, there's beautiful storms, though. Off creep, totally fine. Banelings getting some decent hits on Zealots, but I don't think they got any High Templar, which is kind of the goal here for heroes, not lose any High Templar. The Zealots are imminently more replaceable. Yeah, 4th base here from herO is done happily running. Banelings rolling on into this natural base. They get 8 pros. Oh, that's what the +2 was for. The +2 was for the Banelings, because +2 Banelings do one-shot workers. Oh, that's what it was. Gosh, this storm is so good. Army supply is favoring herO by about 7. But the storm and the Immortals, I don't know if this is the right composition from soO right now. Although he just brought in about twice as much as I was seeing here. The storms! The storms are good. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, the storms are good. herO marching on in. Goodbye, 4th base. Bam! This is why soO has 2 extra bases down south, though. Banelings trying to crash on in, but when you have Immortals and Archons at the front, it is not good. It is not good for Banelings to crash into the front here. This is a desperation stand right now from soO. Can he hold this? Doesn't look good, though, does it? He is making 46 more Lings, which is actually pretty good against this composition, if you could believe it. Especially if they have +2 attack. And look at them chasing this back. So 13 drones go down and a base goes down. But soO is replacing his army with Lings. He's making some Corruptors. He's got some Broodlords in the mix, too, now. Because, again, that Greater Spire came up a minute ago. And now hero's like, I really do not have a good composition versus Broodlords. So let's make a Warp Prism. Sure, that's fine, I guess. Lings, God, they could get in here if they wanted. That's not a wall. There's a gap in there. They're gonna think about it. They're thinking about it. All right, so hero's like, I wanted to kill him with that, but I guess I'll saturate my 4th base if I need to. Going for Blink, which is pretty useful, versus Broodlords blinking underneath them and killing them as long as there's nothing waiting for you there is totally cool. herO poking around trying to see where those Lings go. I know they're around here somewhere. And he's going to find them, too. So these Lings need to get out, like, now. Warping in some... Never mind. He canceled the Banelings. Thought about engaging. Changed his mind on that one. soO trying to sneak up on the right side at the same time. Getting shut down by hero's army. Ready for it. Warp Prism. Trying to come in somewhere, but guess who found the Warp Prism? The Mutalisks found your Warp Prism. Did. Oh, the storms are so just consistently stormy. And Warp Prism goes down, and then the Mutas all die because they engage with these Stalkers for some reason. Bye, guys. Oh, the Blink. Oh, Blink's not ready. Could have blinked him down. Mutalisk stays alive through sheer dumb luck. herO wants to open up some attack paths. Usually this is the Zerg player's job, but okay, it works for herO too. Another hatch down. That's 2 hatches down, and Stalker is going after that 4th base too. The 6th base is the one I believe this is his. 5th base here, still happy, defended by Broodlords, but 2 hatches killed in the first 14 minutes is pretty good, especially if you lose exactly 0 Nexuses yourself as herO. Oh, nice blink out. Those Lings try to get a surround on that. Banelings are happy to crash on Zealots. That's what they were made to do, is attack light units. My gosh. The chaos in here is insanity. The Immortals are still alive, though, because, of course, they're Immortals. 14 kills on that one. The other guys are noobs and only have 3 or 4 each. Come on, get on that guy's level. It's not all right just to have 3 or 4 kills when you're an Immortal. But yeah, soO replacing Hatchery pretty effectively. Not really bothering with his 6th at this point. Perhaps realizing, perhaps realizing that what he needs is units, not so much bases at this stage. He's pretty up as it stands, chasing these stalkers around. Warp Prism sneaking into the main, but Overlord sees it. And there should be a response of some kind here. Yeah, these queens are trying to come in and respond. Also, there are lings popping out. So that's nice, but more zealots warping on in. Queens really want to kill the Warp Prism, and they get it. Okay, that's nice. So there's no evacuation here, but the zealots are still really angry. And they have +3 attack, and they have charge. So look at them killing these queens, because that's what they do. The broodlings causing this army to move back, because, again, that's what happens. Additional lings are popping out, and the zealots finally get cleaned up there. So nicely done. Nicely done by soO. herO getting a lot of damage, though. I'm not sure that was entirely worth it from soO, but in the defense, sometimes you can't choose whether it's worth it or not, right? Another Warp Prism up. And again, Warp Prisms are because Broodlords are slow and can't really respond to this kind of a thing very well, which is what the lings and the queens are for. Another Warp Prism, absolutely dead if these queens want it, and they don't. So Void Ray's up, and all of a sudden, yeah, soO's like, I don't have anything to deal with Void Rays. soO, bye. I didn't realize you had rebuilt your Stargate. Ooh, nice Corrosive Vials. I think, did they connect? I'm not sure they did. Aw, this is so gross and so problematic for soO right now. Losing Broodlords to these 2 Void Rays. 2 kills each. They're probably each Broodlords, right? These Chad Rays flying on in. Fleet Beacon coming. We are going to see some Sky Toss, ladies and gentlemen. Sky Toss out of herO. And more Void Rays. So, yeah, more Void Rays while the Fleet Beacon is coming up. And I assume we'll see some carrier transition here at 16 minutes. Lings find an entirely undefended 5th base over on the left side. Some probes are going to die. And some damage will be done against this Nexus, too. These are Adrenal Gland Lings. So they get some damage. Any damage is good, but the 4th base is in a lot of trouble, too. A bunch more probes go down, and at the same time, Zealots up at the top right at the 4th. Once again, a really favorite target of Zealots and just Protoss in general today. Did the whole army come back to deal with that? Don't do that. Come on, soO. Come on. Changelings getting wiped out. So 16 probes down for 7 drones. That seems like a fair trade if you're Zerg. 67 workers for soO, 48 for herO. Zealots down here at a replacement 6th base. And the Lings, I think, have upgrades to hold here. +3 attack and Adrenal Glands versus +3 attack charge lots. Not bad, actually. Not too shabby. All right, what's the answer to the Void Rays going to be? It's going to be Vipers with Parasitic Bomb and some Corruptors. But man, Void Rays really chew through Corruptors on certain levels here. Lings coming on in, trying to do with the Zealots. They are outnumbered, though. And with his Stalker support, actually, this Ling's doing really well for themselves. I forgot how good an upgrade Adrenal Glands can be sometimes. The Zealots really saved this base's bacon. It was in trouble otherwise. Okay, so 6th base coming in from soO. He is, again, sitting at 65. Workers, Broodlords, more Corruptors coming in. I just don't know that Broodlords are what you want versus these Void Rays. I'm telling you, I've seen many a Corruptor Ball melt to prismatic aligned Void Rays. Nice blink out of there. That Stalker was stuck and might get stuck again, to be honest with you, but nah. Stalker's fine. Stalker's not going to die. Look at him pulling that wounded one back and allowing the Zealots to wreck these mechanical Zerglings. That's so good. That is such good play out of herO. Loving that. Resources lost 20,000 for herO, 27,000 lost for soO. 5 Infestors on the way, and yeah, here come the Windfesters, as they always say. We'll see. We'll see if it's enough, man. herO is a really, really good Protoss player. And we've seen Protoss players beat Zerg players in late game on the channel fairly recently at a higher level. So again, don't count herO out here just because he's 7 Infestors in production. I'm not going to say Infestors are not good, because they are exceptionally good. But I don't think they're the 100% win condition that a lot of people seem to think. That's all. 6th base done under attack by Zealots and Archons and Stalkers, because, hey, why not? Is anything going to save this? I don't know, man. That hatchery seems pretty dead to me. That +3 attack is pretty attacky. And there it goes. Creep spread from soO is not incredible, and it's just mainly because it's not a priority of his. Not like it is with players like Scarlet or Raynor or Serral, honestly. soO's just like, oh, we're good. I can keep an eye on my enemy no matter where he is. Let's not worry about that. Is his army coming in over here? They're trying. They're trying, and they're going to get surrounded and murdered by +3 Lings with Adrenal Glands. That's pretty good positioning on that Stalker. 16 kills, 17 kill Stalker before all is said and done. Zealots ready to march into that 4th base while this army postures and positions at the front. 6th base getting replanted by soO. herO going for a 6th. Yep, that's his 6th down on the left side. He's going to be on even worker or even base count. Oh, man, look at this double-pronged attack. Nice fungals coming in on the Void Rays. Feedbacks, though, on all of the Infestors. This is not looking good. It's a Storm drop and a Zealot drop. The drone count is falling precipitously here. 21 drones down. And now the hatchery's being focused, and I'm not sure the Lings can save it. It's going to be close, but yeah, with some support of these Banelings and Roaches and Ravagers, they can save it, but 21 drones down is bad. soO's down to 39 workers right now. You see them feedbacks? I saw those feedbacks. Those were nice feedbacks. soO getting Pathogen Lens and making 6 more Infestors. 6th base for soO. Not allowed today. herO has made it a goal of his to not allow that 6th base to exist. Broodlords on the ground army, taking out an Immortal. That's a pretty good win there. Pretty much effectively free win there. Setting up enough army to deal with herO's 4th base. Wait, 5th base up top is what that is. Forcing a recall. Hey, that buys you some time. 9 probes killed, and herO's army is entirely recalled across the map. That does give soO some breathing room here, but he's in an immense amount of trouble. He's lost his 4th. He's down to 40 total workers. Yes, herO is down to 52 workers himself. He's not happy with things either. Army supply fairly similar. The Infestors are here. Got some Roaches, Ravagers, Lings, Broodlords. soO needs to replace a base, and he needs to do it now. I don't care which one it is. This is probably the smarter one because it's not as mined out compared to the 4th especially, but there's a drone down here with enough resources to expand, and let's see if he... I don't know, man. There's an army in the vicinity. Do you want to? Lings cruising into the 5th base again. DT's coming in to try to save the day. Not too bad. Oh, now there's an Overseer. All right, these TTs are in trouble, but actually pulling back because of the rest of the army shows up. Overseer down. Ground army wiped out. 7 probes killed. 39 to 45 workers. This is turning into quite a slugfest. I am liking this game a lot right now. These 2 players are really putting on a good show for us right now. Hit that like button, by the way, if you enjoy the stream. Enjoy the stream? The cast? I don't know, this is not really a stream, is it? You're not able to comment live on it, but if you comment, I will see it because I read every comment anybody ever posts on any of my videos. I'm not so big that I don't have the ability to do that. Alright, so army supply 152 to 126. soO, not looking good right now. Oh, quick, pause, it's fine. Everything's cool. herO didn't like what he saw there. Is he killing? Dude, he just killed his own Immortal to free up supply for carriers. So he hasn't made carriers yet. He got the fleet beacon solely for the mothership to this point. But I was right. Eventually carriers were on the menu. Is he being allowed to take this 6th? He's being allowed to take the 6th. I mean, there's enough resources up here to be worth... Oh, yeah. There's a couple thousand up there at that 4th. It'd be worth retaking it, soO. I think he wants to max out. I don't know, man. Is he replacing his drones? Not really. I'm not sure he feels he can afford to, but you know, herO's being pretty passive right now. He's waiting for his carriers to show up. Is Neural Parasite researched? No. Did not see that come through, and it has not been researched. You kind of need the Neural Parasite versus the carriers. We'll see. How big is the Corruptor Ball? 12. 12 Corruptors. Upgrades on the air units are +2 flyer attack. All right, seems ample. herO is sitting on +1 flyer attack, but he also has the shield upgrade, which applies to every Protoss unit ever, including the buildings. They all have that wonderful shield upgrade here. So herO's economy is just better. He's got 45 workers. He's got more gas income here substantially compared to soO's. You see that down at the bottom? That is problematic for the Zerg player without question. Resources lost 36,000 to 28,000 in favor of the Protoss. Robotics Bay coming in. I can't imagine it's Colossus. And these Immortals are entirely sacrificial. These Immortals and these Archons are like, hey guys, we're not good against Broodlords, so if you wouldn't just mind murdering us, that'd be great. But we're going to kill as much stuff as we can anyway. Look at him just killing drones down here because the army can't be bothered to handle it. Alright, yeah, we'll kill some Lings for you. If you want to donate those, that's totally fine. The 6th base is being attacked. Spores are up, though. Fungals, Infestiterans coming down. Not a lot of Infestiterans, mind you, and actually that's enough to force a recall. herO being very careful here. This army is still alive, by the way. They were supposed to be sacrificial. They're not being sacrificed very well. All right, so 6th base stays alive for soO. That's a humongous deal. He needs to expand again, though. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at what he needs to do, and he needs to expand again. herO is just, he's kind of mining out as well, actually, in a couple of his bases. I wouldn't mind seeing him toss down a Nexus. Just stay even in this game. Some Broodlings are actually chasing these Immortals. And then, yeah, +3 Lings getting a surround on your dude. Broodlord helping here. The Immortals are dead. They knew they were dead, but they wanted to get as much value for themselves as they could before they went down. And they paid for themselves. I gotta say they did. Resources lost. herO kind of climbing up here a little bit. soO still not interested in expanding. They're really kind of freaking me out. As that Spore Crawler might actually die. Guess who's pushing in, though? soO says, who needs to expand? We're going to set up here and take down this base. The Broodlords are enough getting one volleyed by these Tempests. There are enough Tempests to do it. It is 5 here. Volley, volley, volley. Bam! Broodlord down. But this base is in trouble. It's okay. It's entirely mined out regardless. Even the assimilators are entirely expired right now. Zealot's taking on the Baneling Nest, which, hey, Banelings have been a source of much pain for them over the years, so that's got to be cathartic for those dudes. Infestors are all revealed. Like, jeez, this is good. This is good out of herO. I'm kind of enjoying it, honestly. He's holding. He's holding back right now. He's killing Zerg units as he sees them. Nobody's really felt safe to expand for about 5 minutes now, and it's making me feel nervous. There should just be a warning label inside, or warning label? Just a warning tone inside your head every time you don't expand for 5 minutes and say, hey, you should totally expand in faster than that, earn the early game if you can afford to, and as long as, you know, you're not losing fights, and as long as you can't just straight up kill your opponent. Like, always do that. If you can kill your opponent, do it. Don't give them a chance to get back in. But it is hard to know when you can kill your opponent. Hey, look, hero's expanding. herO is listening to the advice of the future. And expanding to the south here for his 7th. That is a 7th, isn't it? It is. Counting. Counting is important. How many things have died thus far? Well, glad you asked. 9 Immortals, 88 Zealots, 7 Broodlords, 17 High Templar, 6 Hatcheries. And no Nexuses? Ah! What is this? Ah, must have been Banelings, yeah? That's what I get for looking at the production tab when stuff is happening. Where the heck are my dead probes? Yep, double Banelings here. They do one-shot probes with their explosions. Before they have +2, it's a 2-shotter. Oh, the 7th base, though. Oh, no, the Skytoss army is slow. They can't save it. There's a cancel. And the probes do explode up here. Okay, so that's a simultaneous cancel Nexus and 7 probes down. That's the kind of double victory that soO needs if he's going to win this game. Up north, chasing around. Oh, that War Prism's dead. Corruptors find it. soO is being really economical here. He's not sending huge amounts of armies to take down War Prisms. He's not sending huge armies to take down bases. He just sends what he needs. Calls it good. Kills a couple probes. Kills a couple probes. And then Zealot attack his dudes up, and that's totally fine. herO setting up on this high ground, just trying to whittle down these spores with what he's got. What he's got are Tempest. Nova's coming in. They do damage versus buildings, too. They can hit pretty hard, and that Spore Crawler count is not much of a forest anymore. Changeling's trying to come in and see what's up. I'm pretty sure that herO recognizes these are all Changelings and storms them with synchronized deaths. Continued Revelation getting tossed down too. This is some really, really incredibly patient StarCraft right now from herO. Meanwhile, Army really wants to take down this base. There's nothing protecting it, so might as well get rid of it, I suppose. Meanwhile, Spores continuing to get whittled down to the front here, but getting replanted, it feels like. For everyone that dies, there's another one ready to rock. Zealots in here, but Roach Ravager is in the mix too. They're focusing down the pylon, though. That doesn't help. It doesn't matter. The Lings didn't need all that much assistance. And that base is going to go down. herO's losing that, and that is not good news for him. Yeah, he's not even defending it. All right, so that's a Nexus down. That is a Nexus canceled and a Nexus killed so far from soO. Hey, look at the Neural Parasite at the 29-minute mark. Why not? Why not get Neural Parasite at 29 minutes? Seems totally cool. That Infestor group is just continues getting revelation there. That's the Oracle's entire job, is to make sure these Infestors are visible at all times. Even if they're burrowed. Actually, does that happen? If you burrow a unit that's been in Revelation, you see where it is. Yeah, you do. It's just its vision is obscured because it's burrowed. But yeah, it totally can. Totally can be seen by the Protoss. herO not producing anything at the moment. Really focusing on micro up here, which I can totally understand. And focusing down these Brood Lords. Corruptors are fighting. Yeah, it's storming a little bit. Fungal getting tossed down on the dudes and just pulling back once the infestors are engaged. It's time to pull back a little bit. Neural Parasite is finishing up right now, and herO does not like what he sees. He recalls out of there. These 3 Void Rays are like, hey, wait for us. He recalled about half a mile. Is that probably... How much distance is this running? Not even, like a quarter mile? Run. Maybe even less, like an 800-meter thing. Whatever. I'm trying to use Olympic terms here to determine distances in StarCraft. I'm sure somebody's done that. Somebody's done the conversions and tried to figure out if, based on marine size, right? How far it is from this base to this base. Man, herO, he's being aggressive, but he's also being really patient too. He knows if he gets too aggressive and pokes in, he's gonna die. soO knows the same thing. If he overextends, if he messes up a little bit, he's also going to die. So this base staying alive for herO is incredibly important. Probes are transferring down here. We have some cannons defending with shield batteries. That's going to help a lot. I'm really surprised soO is not just pushing creeps right up this way. Oh, he is kind of. He kind of is. There's a new tumor for the first time in what feels like a while. But additional carriers coming in. So he's replacing stuff that dies with carrier at the moment. I mean, might as well kill this stuff, right? With these lings. I suppose. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. I kind of feel like the Zerglings could win this. Cannons are so bad against +3 cracklings, man. They're not sure where to go. Let's just say that. They were being sent every which way. Did they think there was an observer there? I bet maybe they did. All right, man. So we got Archons. Ooh, Oracle pushed out. Nicely done. Sniped off by soO's Corruptors. Revelation is going to be a hard time coming for now. As I'm pretty sure that was the only Oracle. I'm not sure if that was Pot of Greed or not, but Oracle down. Again, Tempest firing. Taking down Spores, taking down Broodlers from distance, going after Overseers, going after Infestors if possible. Ah, the patience. We're 32 minutes in. soO's not quite sure what he wants to do with this little ground army that he doesn't need at the front. I'm telling you, you can kill this. Oh, the Changelings. Is he really going for this base instead? There are so many more cannons here. Yeah, that's weird. I guess the army is a little bit closer to this guy than this guy. Don't know. I don't actually know. He's finally killing the third base, which, again, has been mined out for about 10 minutes. So, whatever. Killing stuff is good. See that shield animation being attacked? I love it. And then it goes away once the shields are out. Blizzard animators have spent a lot of time making this game beautiful, you guys, and sometimes it's just nice to appreciate what they've done. Speaking of which, this is a map maker thing. What is that, a wolf? As there's an attack going on. Yeah, man, looks like a dog or a wolf or something. Fungals and storms on the infested Terrans. Most of them die. Don't really accomplish a whole lot there. Nice fungal. Storm coming down. Feedback on an infestor. Broodlord's firing down. The Archon is going to get exploded. Additional infested Terrans coming up right now. Fungal, chain, fungal here, pulling back to the shield batteries. Losing a Tempest, but not losing everything. Roaches and Ravagers taking down just sniped off 2 or 3 of the High Templar with that flank attack from the top. That hurts. That hurts immensely for herO, but he's still up 165 to 115 supply. His army supply is substantially bigger too. He's getting air weapons level 3 and shields level 3, which makes him that much more tanky when it comes to things like fungal growth and infested Terran shots. Because again, infested Terrans, they're in that recent patch, they were ignoring armor, which made them really good against armored stuff, but now armor is being factored in. Okay, so they don't instantly wipe out carriers and Tempests like they used to. They're still good. They still benefit from upgrades, and they're still good, but they're not ridiculously godlike like Marines can be. Yeah, soO is down in every metric right now. It is not looking good for him. He's lost about 8,000 more resources. He hasn't really even bothered to expand for a while, which I'm trying to understand here. Corruptors trying to flank attack and take out something, but remember, the Void Rays versus those Corruptors. Oh, good game. herO is your winner. in 34 minutes and 25 seconds. Oh, what a fantastic result there out of herO. Gets on in. soO tries to take him down. No, the Void Rays take down the Corruptors. The Storms were beautiful. The feedbacks were very good too. herO had this base running. soO never even bothered trying to expand up that way, which I found very odd. I think he could have defended it, but this was the one base he had. It was getting mined out. He knew he was down in pretty much every measurable thing. Went for the final engage and couldn't pull it off. In fact, I want to maybe watch that again. Whoa, all right, hold on. Further back, maybe? Is that all right? Yeah, it is. We're going to do slow here. I just want to analyze this a little bit. There's just not a lot here for soO as part of the problem. Right? He's got a lot of infestors, which is nice, but only has 4 brood lords. And I guess he has a bunch of corruptors, but a lot of them are injured, as we can see down here. Infested Terrans get tossed down. Storm on the corruptors, injuring them before they can get a shot off. The Infested Terrans maybe kill a couple interceptors, and on the right side flank, the corruptors die. Yeah, and at that point, we're done. At that point, when the corruptors are dead, there's really nothing left over to kill these carriers. Yes, you say infestors are great, but they can only toss down Infested Terrans, which you don't have to engage with, especially if you're off creep. They throw them down, you pull back, you win. You got additional Storm here. Broodlord's not really accomplishing much without the support of the Corruptors, and bam, that was it. Wow, that was good. That was some really good ZVP. And hey, look, Protoss won a late game versus Zerg. It does happen, you guys. Miracles do occur. Yeah, and man, the theory holds up. herO killed 12 drones in the first 5 minutes of the game and won the game. Won the game 20 minutes later. I know it doesn't make much sense, but man, the pattern holds. It really does. And again, I don't know why soO wasn't expanding more than he did. There were places he could have expanded up north. I kept pointing to them. Could have expanded up north. herO was a long ways away, but he was just not interested. I don't know what it was. All right, so end of the day there, 51,000 resources lost for herO, 63,000 for soO. A lot of dead stuff. 29 dead Corruptor, 16 dead Broodlords, 580 dead Zerglings, 6 dead Hatcheries, 2 Nexuses and 1 canceled, 98 Zealots, 28 High Templar, which is a ton of gas worth of High Templar. Any carriers died? No carriers died today. That's pretty good babysitting out of herO. Nice control. 8 Void Rays down, 6 Oracles down, a Mothership. That's okay. We had one at the end of the game anyway. 11 Immortals and 65 Probes. So 65 probes killed and only 57 drones down. End of the day, herO replaced his workers better, expanded better, and just won the engagement when soO needed to win the engagement, and herO came out on top. Sometimes StarCraft is a simple game. All right, good. Well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. Please check out Wardy in the link below. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.